Yah Scriptures, the first book of Adam and Hawwah, Adam and Eve 1, chapter 70. After this, Satan, the hater of all that is good, took the form of a messenger and 2 others with him. So they looked like the 3 messengers who had brought to Adam gold, incense, and myrrh. They came to Adam and Hawwah while they were under the tree, and greeted Adam and Hawwah with friendly words that were full of deceit. But when Adam and Hawwah saw their friendly countenance and heard their sweet speech, Adam rose, welcomed them, and brought them to Hawwah, and they remained all together. Adam's heart was happy all the while because he thought that they were the same messengers who had brought him gold, incense, and myrrh. This was because when they came to Adam the first time, peace and joy came over him from them because they brought him good gifts. So Adam thought that they had come a second time to give him other gifts to make him rejoice. He did not know it was Satan, therefore he received them with joy and associated with them. Then Satan, the tallest of them, said, "Rejoice, Adam, and be glad. Look, Elohim has sent us to you to tell you something." And Adam said, "What is it?" Then Satan said, "It is a simple thing, but it is the word of Elohim. Will you accept it from us and do it? If you will not accept it, we will return to Elohim and tell him that you would not receive his word." And Satan continued, saying to Adam, "Don't be afraid and don't shake. Don't you know us?" But Adam said, "I do not know you." Then Satan said to him, "I am the messenger that brought you gold and took it to the cave. This other messenger is the one that brought you incense, and that third messenger is the one who brought you myrrh when you were on top of the mountain. It was he who carried you to the cave. It was our other fellow messengers who lifted you to the cave. Elohim has not sent them with us this time because he said to us, 'You will be enough.'" So when Adam heard these words, he believed them and said to the messengers, "Speak the word of Elohim, and I will receive it." And Satan said to him, "Swear and promise me that you will receive it." Then Adam said, "I do not know how to swear and promise." And Satan said to him, "Hold out your hand and put it inside my hand." Then Adam held out his hand and put it into Satan's hand. Satan said to him, "Now say this, as Elohim who raised the stars in the Shamayim and established the dry ground on the waters, and has created me out of the 4 elements and out of the dust of the earth, and is logical and true, does speak. I will not break my promise nor abandon my word." And Adam swore. Then Satan said to him, "Look, some time has passed since you came out of the garden, and you do not know wickedness or evil. But now Elohim says to you to take Hawwah, who came out of your side, and marry her so that she will bear you children to comfort you and to drive from you trouble and sorrow. This thing is not difficult, and there is nothing morally wrong in it for you." The first book of Adam and Hawwah, Adam and Eve 1, chapter 71. But when Adam heard these words from Satan, he sorrowed much because of his oath and his promise, and he said, "Shall I commit adultery with my flesh and my bones, and shall I sin against myself so that Elohim will destroy me and blot me out from the face of the earth? First, I ate of the tree, and he drove me out of the garden into the strange land, and deprived me of my bright nature, and brought my death. If I do this, he will cut off my life from the earth, and he will cast me into Gehinnom, and plague me there a long time. But Elohim never spoke the words that you have said, and you are not Elohim's messengers. He did not send you. You are devils that have come to me under the false appearance of messengers. Away from me, you cursed of Elohim." Then the devils fled from Adam, and he and Hawwah got up and returned to the cave of treasures and went into it. Then Adam said to Hawwah, "If you saw what I did, don't tell anyone, because I sinned against Elohim in swearing by his great name, and I have placed my hand once again into that of Satan." Hawwah then held her peace as Adam told her. Then Adam got up and spread his hands before Elohim, beseeching and entreating him with tears to forgive him of what he had done. And Adam remained standing and praying in that way for 40 days and 40 nights. He did not eat or drink until he dropped down on the ground from hunger and thirst. Then Elohim sent his word to Adam, who raised him up from where he lay and said to him, Adam, why have you sworn by my name? Why have you made agreement with Satan again? But Adam cried and said, Oh, Elohim, forgive me. I did this unwittingly because I believed they were Elohim's messengers. And Elohim forgave Adam and said to him, Beware of Satan. And he withdrew his word from Adam. Then Adam's heart was comforted, and he took Hawwah, and they went out of the cave to prepare some food for their bodies. But from that day, Adam struggled in his mind about marrying Hawwah, because he was afraid that if he did it, Elohim would be angry with him. Then Adam and Hawwah went to the river of water and sat on the bank, as people do when they enjoy themselves. But Satan was jealous of them and planned to destroy them. The first book of Adam and Hawwah, Adam and Eve 1, chapter 72. Then Satan and 10 from his hosts transformed themselves into maidens with more grace than any others in the entire world. They came up out of the river in front of Adam and Hawwah, and they said among themselves, Come, we will look at the faces of Adam and Hawwah, who are of the men on earth. They are beautiful, and their faces look different than ours. Then they came to Adam and Hawwah and greeted them, and they stood amazed at them. Adam and Hawwah looked at them also and wondered at their beauty and said, Is there another world under us with such beautiful creatures as these in it? And the maiden said to Adam and Hawwah, Yes, indeed, many of us were created. Then Adam said to them, But how do you multiply? And they told him, We have husbands who have married us, and we bear them children, who grow up and in turn marry and are married and also bear children. Thus we increase. O Adam, you will not believe us. We will show you our husbands and our children. Then they shouted over the river as if to call their husbands and their children. And men and children came up from the river, and every man came to his wife, and his children were with him. But when Adam and Hawwah saw them, they stood speechless and were amazed at them. Then they said to Adam and Hawwah, See all our husbands and our children? You should marry Hawwah as we have married our husbands, so that you will have children as we have. This was the way Satan was to deceive Adam. Satan also thought to himself, Elohim at first commanded Adam concerning the fruit of the tree, saying to him, Do not eat of it, or else you shall die. But Adam ate of it, but Elohim did not kill him. He only gave him by law death, plagues, and trials, until the day he shall leave his body. But if I deceive him to do this thing and marry Hawwah without Elohim's permission, Elohim will kill him. Therefore Satan worked this apparition before Adam and Hawwah, because he sought to kill him and to make him disappear from off the face of the earth. Meanwhile, the fire of immorality came over Adam, and he thought of committing transgression. But he restrained himself, fearing that if he followed the advice of Satan, Elohim would put him to death. Then Adam and Hawwah got up and prayed to Elohim, while Satan and his hosts went down into the river in front of Adam and Hawwah, so they would see them going back to their own world. Then Adam and Hawwah went back to the cave of treasures, as they usually did around evening time. And they both got up and prayed to Elohim that night. Adam remained standing in prayer, but did not know how to pray because of the thoughts in his heart about marrying Hawwah, and he continued this way until morning. When light came up, Adam said to Hawwah, Get up, let us go below the mountain where they brought us gold, and let us ask Yahweh concerning this matter. Then Hawwah said, What is that matter, Adam? And he answered her, that I may request Yahweh to inform me about marrying you, because I will not do it without his permission, or else he will kill you and me. For those devils have set my heart on fire with thoughts of what they showed us in their sinful visions." Then Hawwah said to Adam, "Why do we need to go to the foot of the mountain? Let us rather stand up and pray in our cave to Elohim to let us know whether this advice is good or not." Then Adam rose up in prayer and said, "O Elohim, you know that we transgressed against you, and from the moment we sinned we were stripped of our bright nature, and our body became brutish, requiring food and drink and with animal desires. Command us, O Elohim, not to give way to them without your permission, for fear that you will turn us into nothing. If you do not give us permission, we will be overcome and follow that advice of Satan, and you will again kill us. If not, then take our souls from us and let us be rid of this animal lust. And if you give us no order about this thing, then separate Hawwah from me and me from her, and place us each far away from the other. Then, O Elohim, if you separate us from each other, the devils will deceive us with their apparitions that resemble us, and destroy our hearts and defile our thoughts towards each other. If our heart is not toward each other, it will be toward them through their appearance when the devils come to us in our likeness." Here Adam ended his prayer. The first book of Adam and Hawwah, Adam and Eve 1, chapter 73. Then Elohim considered the words of Adam, that they were true, and that he could not wait long for his order respecting the counsel of Satan. And Elohim approved Adam in what he had thought concerning this, and in the prayer he had offered in his presence. And the word of Elohim came to Adam and said to him, "O Adam, if only you had had this caution at first, before you came out of the garden into this land." After that, Elohim sent his messenger who had brought gold, and the messenger who had brought incense, and the messenger who had brought myrrh to Adam, that they should inform him respecting his marriage to Hawwah. Then those messengers said to Adam, "Take the gold and give it to Hawwah as a wedding gift, and promise to marry her. Then give her some incense and myrrh as a present, and you both will be one flesh." Adam obeyed the messengers and took the gold and put it into Hawwah's bosom in her garments, and promised to marry her with his hand. Then the messengers commanded Adam and Hawwah to get up and pray 40 days and 40 nights. When that was done, then Adam was to have sexual intercourse with his wife, for then this would be an act pure and undefiled, so that he would have children who would multiply and replenish the face of the earth. Then both Adam and Hawwah received the words of the messengers, and the messengers departed from them. Then Adam and Hawwah began to fast and pray until the end of the 40 days, and then they had sexual intercourse as the messengers had told them. And from the time Adam left the garden until he wedded Hawwah were 223 days, that is 7 months and 13 days. This was how Satan's war with Adam was won by Adam, and Satan was defeated.